Welcome, everyone, to Tempe, Arizona and Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the USC Trojans, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sun Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the USC Trojans offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that pass is intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. It wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Unloads quickly.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. And the Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Sun Devils are in the red zone. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He's looking to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this round.
Quarterback will audible. And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Dances away from 1. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them on.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Give to the running back. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And down he goes back at the 3.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Quickly out to the tight end.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They run the reverse. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I like how creative this offense is being. They're trying to get this receiver out into space using the jet sweep here down in the red zone. Good call.
Hands it off. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. The Trojans in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Lining up to add another. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Coming after it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. A first down for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's right on target. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Running to the left. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, USC.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, Arizona State, 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be brought down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. Now the play fake. Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, passing.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it down the left side. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Syracuse picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Dick McPherson built there in central New York, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 24 to UCLA. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Going up top on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Off the play fake on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lets it fly. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
Will take over. First and 10.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on." Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
USC.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And the pass hits. Picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And as time runs out here in the second quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
And the Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Arizona State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Arizona State, 14.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can...
And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the... Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught near the sideline, it's Smith. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets it up on the catch for the 1st down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Sun Devils! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find...
Oh, what a grab by the defense! They didn't give him much on the return, but they were in prime scoring position at the 22.
How about that? That's the 1st INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. 1st mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now they regain the lead. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, 1st play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He now has 80 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. At the 45 on its way. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give headed toward right tackle. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? He'll try the left side. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Trojans moving quickly to the line.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the lead.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One. And might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
USC.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
From the gun, the ground game. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Running it back, it's Morton. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He wants to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Snags it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Motion from the offense. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the quarterback.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go?
Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
How nice is it on offense to have a quarterback with that kind of athleticism? Your playbook is so much more open when you get in fourth and goal situations just like that. You can call a pass play, and if it's not open, he can get you out of trouble with his legs. Nice job running that one in for a team.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man. It's Smith. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to get it through the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes his connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. don't take a big shot.
And the throw out to the sideline with just a few yards.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses. It's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Got it! Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
And the Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Feeling some heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line.
It leads to 2nd down.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Fourth down coming up.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Got some room to run. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence for them.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to